I would like to read to you the editorial I put in the February issue of the Christian Womanhood magazine, My Companions of Fear and Anxiety. Every year I decide what weakness in my life I want to face and overcome. In 2021, I have chosen 2021 to work on my anxiety. I have joked for years about being a worrier, so much so that I've told Kevin he never worries, and he always replies, "That's because you worry enough for the both of us." I have confessed that worry is my way of looking ahead and being a realist about life situations. But since I have been studying about anxiety, I have decided that I'm not really a worrier. I'm more of a person who lives in anxiety. The verse, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God," Philippians 4:6. The word anxious can be substituted for the word careful in this verse. Be anxious for nothing. I must admit, I have a whole host of things I am constantly anxious about. As with every weakness, I had to first admit without joking that anxiety is a sin. Being anxious is being without faith. Hebrews 11:6 says, "But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him." So every time I look ahead and am anxious about something, I am not pleasing the Father. I have sought to make my whole life about pleasing God, and I'm sorry that I have let him down by not having faith enough to avoid being anxious. What if I substitute the word anxiety for man in Psalm 118:6? "The Lord is on my side. I will not fear what man can do unto me." Well, instead of putting man, put what anxiety can do unto me. "The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can anxiety do unto me?" When I start thinking through a situation so much that I become scared of the outcome, what if I quoted Psalm 118:6 with my one-word substitution to help me realize that I'm supposed to be secure in the fact that the Lord is on my side and can care for my anxiety? I've been very anxious about the pandemic and the state of our America. Conspiracy theories are rife throughout the internet. Conflicting reports can be found everywhere about how good and how bad the situation is. Who am I to believe? How can I calm my anxious soul? Well, of course, the only answer is to believe God. As a Christian, I can't trust in our government, our society, and for sure not the news media. I'm not trying to blast anyone in my editor's notes this month. I never want to use Christian Womanhood to get on a soapbox or be a sounding board. But I do want to ask my readers to please censor what you are hearing and reading. Be extremely aware of what is initiating your anxiety and avoid it. My survival mechanism of thinking through life situations and being in the know is bringing negative message to me and causing my thought process to bring about disaster in every situation. Mistaken and faulty beliefs are caused by something within or without. We must be aware of what those things are and fight them from controlling our minds. I have false narratives that play in my mind. My delusions include the following: what I think will happen, what I think is happening, what I think did happen. Even with facts that are contrary to these thoughts, I still allow myself to think on them, bringing on fear, anxiety, and worry. During these perilous times, why not join me in pleasing the Father by controlling those thoughts that are keeping you from living in victory? Remember that God is really the one who is in control. You know, if we'd really believe that and trust that God is the one that's really in control, we wouldn't have anxiety. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice.